there, folks, and welcome to the stream. My name is Mike D'Angelo, aka that Tellest guy, and I am joined by really the main host tonight, Rhianna.
Hello.
We are going beyond the wands, and we're going to spend an entire episode talking about all the crazy stuff that she does. She's entering a new crafting phase of her life as the days get brighter and warmer. So,
yeah, I'm excited to talk about it, and we're hopeful to be doing a lot more festivals this year. We're waiting to hear back, but yeah, I'm doubling down on the crafting and seeing what we can do with that as an accessory, because we've been talking about doing Tellest books and baubles for a while, and these are the baubles.
we've got a bunch of pictures to show off of the things that Rhianna's been working on, so I'm going to be going in between the OBS screen where I can see chats and everything else. So if you need to get my attention, tell me to hydrate or something, because I think I'll hear the sound in the headset. But in the meantime, Rhianna, would you like to talk about things and tell me where to, what pictures to bring up and stuff?
Sure. So we wanted to start with this. This is a collection of little figurines that I call gem belly dragons. They all have a natural gemstone in their belly. So the little sleepy blue dragon has a blue quartz. The little toad-looking dragon has a serpentine. There's a rose quartz in the rosy dragon. And then that middle one was for my brother-in-law. He requested a Cheech and Chong dragon.
This was your first double.
That was my first double, and that is a fluorite sphere in the middle there with the bong.
If anybody wants to reach out to Cheech and Chong and let them know that they've been dragonified.
Yep, it exists.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we start with the one of the dragon who's baking. Or ready to bake.
Baking with the Cheech and Chong dragons.
Right. So that's what it looks like before I put all the final touches on it. I do use polymer clay and I bake them in the oven. For this sort of series, besides the commission one, I was just kind of going off what vibe I felt from the stone. So you can see, like, I incorporated the lines that were in the blue quartz into the belly of the beast, so to speak. And then here's a picture of it all painted. And cute. And I love doing the painting on top of the clay, because I just feel like it adds a whole new element of, like, dimension, and I get to play with it a lot more. Let's go to the Cheech and Chong side view and the front view. I just want to show this off a little bit more, because this was a sizable piece. It was probably like 7 or 8 inches tall. Has an armature in there, lots of detail. The dragon scale, like the scales, were just individual little clay rounds that I made and put on there, and then painting over that is a lot of fun. It's very satisfying because you can do all a wash and get all the dark stuff in the crevices. I think it's a good likeness. I think it
pretty
looks
good
like
considering they're dragons and everything.
Little two-headed dragon buddies.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if anyone knows of is friends with Cheech or Chong, let them know. Let's do that one. This was a gift actually for my mom. I just wanted to do a larger sculpture for a big piece of amethyst that I had. And that's what it looks like unpainted. I use super sculpey clay. And then this is it painted. And that little guy actually recently survived a fire.
Not one he created.
My grandparents' house caught fire and he survived, so I'd say they're durable. That's my...
Yeah, the only thing that happened was in the scramble, one of the horns broke.
The wings.
I'm sorry.
It was one of the wings, yeah, unfortunately, but that's not my fault. These are, so I took gemstone spears and I made little wire,
claws.
Like the claws, but I secured them with the wire and then made the claw around it with the clay, and then used like a super glue, like an industry standard like glue to fix it to the magnets, and they're still on our fridge.
Yeah, they are pretty sturdy.
The only thing is I would love to sell those, but I'm not sure about the price point because they take a while.
Right.
This was a box I made for Michael. It was a gift for him, just a Tellest treasure box. I'm going to try and do more boxes like this, like mini boxes for D&D dice, and have them themed probably like mimics, but maybe I'll do something per class so that there's a theme to them.
So we're going to move on from sculpting to felting.
Yep.
So this is not, Rhianna didn't felt this picture,
right.
but this was what led to the inspiration for the first felt project that she did for this series, we'll say.
So they're the Legomorphs, and the whole thing with the Legomorphs is they look like whoever they
are emulating.
Whoever they're emulating, like their fur pattern changes. So that's my template for sort of what they'll be going forward. And then that is with the wool on it. If anyone doesn't know what needle felting is, it's essentially using wool and a barbed needle to sort of like make the fibers into whatever shape you're trying to make. I say ow a lot.
Yes, ow has become the mantra.
Yeah.
Rhianna is so talented, but she is so klutzy.
Accident prone.
Yeah.
Like crazy.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's the intermediate, and then that's the almost done. You can tell it looks a lot like the like Minerva, who's in the picture here.
So this is she's based on a character that we introduced in the very first Tales of Tellest short stories. Actually a story that I wrote for my mom, so it all comes full circle and you get to see things kind of take shape in some fun ways.
Yeah. And I'm excited to continue that series. We were talking about doing like Marvel characters and kind of making it like our version of the Funko Pop.
And we also have a couple of Halloween ones that we've gotten done.
Right, like
which
Frankenstein
and Dracula and the werewolf, and we also this year did
Robin
Hood, a Musketeer, and Zorro.
Yep, the public domain ones. And that is the beginnings of Bartholomew the Squirrel in the story that I'm writing for Tellest. The idea behind it was basically a winged squirrel that talks like a parrot almost. Yeah, I'm making Michael voice it in the audiobook. And here's him taking more shape. He's got the little glass eyes in here. The idea for this guy is he's just going to sit on my shoulder, I think, when we go to events and things. And then we had the idea for succulents, but I wanted to make them more fun, like funky patterns, and Michael said funculent, and therefore that was born. So I will be making that a series so that I can sell them. I'm having a lot of fun sort of designing them and figuring out like how I can make a regular cactus or a regular little plant be a little more funky. I think that would be cute to have on desks and whatnot. And the little, so yeah, that's the whole family so far. I also made that little wand for our baby nephew who needs to start out being a wizard early. It's very important.
It's very important.
But since it's all wool, it's baby safe.
It's baby safe, except for the one in his eye.
Well, that one, yeah.
His brain.
Yeah, a needle got lost.
All right.
Speaking of Wyatt, go to the picture, the painting. So another thing I do is painting every once in a while. It's a big old mess, but this was my first time oil painting, and I mostly finger painted it. But that is hanging in Wyatt's nursery. It's 3 little dragons, a little nest in there. I wanted it to be like a nighttime scene, but it's a baby room. I didn't want it to be dark, so I was trying to make it like a little castle in the clouds kind of a thing.
Are you trying to do your best Squirrel voice?
No. This is just what I sound like. He's making fun of my asthma. I don't breathe
Not
well.
the asthma, just the high pitch of your voice.
What do you mean? Your baby voice. What do I do? I need to go down here?
What? Look at
What
me and my
are you talking
dragons.
about? I gotta be down here. These are my dragons.
Let's take a moment. We're going to go to our sponsors, and we'll come back on the other side with the hats and accessories and miscellany.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Brought to Life by Science Magic is a great way to describe author R.J. Gould's prose debut, Cyberknight and the Hand Puppet Commandos. Reminiscent of classic Toys to Life stories like The Indian in the Cupboard and Small Soldiers, this sci-fi adventure is great for teens and preteens, as well as those who still hold a place for childlike whimsy in their heart. It's also lightly academic, with information about the world and what may lie beyond our stars. Gould is hard at work on not just 2 follow-up novels, but a graphic novel and a movie script that will hopefully bring this brand to life even bigger than ever. If you've been looking for a sci-fi that will bring some joy to your reading nook, don't wait. Check out our promo for Cyberknight and the Hand Puppet Commandos origin story on the Tellest website.
A spectacular whirlwind adventure that mystifies as much as it enthralls readers, Raymond Dwayne's Quinine is the sort of epic fantasy that most people would have a hard time dreaming of. Yet, the author has done much with this universe, establishing foundational pieces of rich lore, religious history, and prophecy, and wrapping it all together in a package that makes it feel like some of the best pulp fantasy of yesteryear. Indeed, there is a way that Quinine is presented that makes it feel as though this hero has been around for decades. Despite the classic feel, though, it is also wild in its imagination, with blended species bringing a sense of alien majesty to the world, which just so happens to be the massive hand of the goddess. If you'd like to learn more, head over to the Tellest website, where you'll be able to find our promotion for Quinine by Raymond Dwayne.
And today, we remembered to put the audio back on.
Verified. It worked. So that is me right there modeling the hat I made. And I think that's going to be another thing that we add to our selection is custom witch hats. And so that is Michael modeling a flower crown I made, as well as Bartholomew.
No.
What? No, I'm sorry, not Bartholomew. What the heck?
Mert,
the steampunk rat.
Mm-hmm.
He is a Halloween rat that I put gears and whatnot on, painted it metallic, and then put a magnet on it.
Look at all those pores.
Oh, stop it. And then put a magnet on it so that it can rest on his shoulder. That is also me modeling the flower crown. I do love making flower crowns, so I will be adding that to the repertoire as well.
Since we're talking about boobs.
We weren't, but okay. I guess you were. How dare you? That was hilarious. Anyway, these are bosom buddies, my other idea for little creatures that I can make. Little eyes up here kind of signs on them.
Because of boobs!
Because at Renaissance fairs, that's a staple. And then we went to the Yuletide at the PA Ren Fair, and I wanted a Christmassy themed witch hat, so I put that one together.
Day of, right?
Day of, yeah. I put that together in the morning. Those are not like glued on or anything like that. They are actually sewn on with embroidery thread. So they're not going anywhere, and I like making the... Oh, that's another cool picture.
I like how I'm clicking it
cool.
And you're like, oh.
I don't know. I'm not paying attention to you.
If you look at it from far away, it looks like your hat just goes out of...
It does. But, yeah, my thing with the witch hats is having the wand holster built right into the hat. It's very comfortable to wear, and I would imagine if I were a witch, I would have my wand in my hat. And in the off-season, it doubles as a Christmas tree topper. Mm-hmm. That is our Witchmas tree from this year.
But it's not our only tree.
That's true. We also have a Tellest tree. So every year I make... Michael gets sigils of all the different areas of Tellest. So I paint them on those little wooden ornaments, and we hang them on their special little tree. Mm-hmm. And that is a little snowman from Harry Potter World.
Right, you didn't make that.
I didn't make that. I could, but I didn't. Also, another offering that we have are these little pens. I wanted something that was just a little bit more accessible price-wise for everybody, because a lot of the handmade things obviously are not cheap. So these are a little $5. I have a little $5 treasure chest, and I put together all of these little pens. They're the beatable pens that you can get like in bulk. And I buy all the little things. I put all of them together. My hands hurt at the end of it, but I like it.
Here's my favorite one.
Live, laugh, toaster bath. This is boo sheet. Well, crap. Dead inside but spiced. These go over pretty well in offices.
Yep.
A lot of people are the cat also. If you want to zoom in on the
Which one's the cat?
little murder cat.
This one?
That one.
Oh, that one.
Oh, what? Yeah, those go over pretty well.
And Danger Noodle.
Danger Noodle.
So that's the last picture. Do you want to talk about anything else?
Those are the main things. I'm very excited about having more time and bandwidth. I mean, this is all the stuff outside of the wands. Like, I'm still doing the wands, but we're also doing all of these other things, and I'm just very excited to add more to the offerings. I'm excited to make more funculents. I think they're really gonna be fun.
Funculents and ligomorphs and all that stuff. I think that this is probably... I was pushing for it last year. I would imagine that if you do have the time to do all this stuff, that we're going to need to expand next year for when we're doing fairs and stuff. I don't know if we're going to be able to figure it out for conventions, just because conventions are going to be...
We'd need a booth, and that's...
We might even need more than a booth, because you figure like it's the same amount of space. It's a 10 by 10 for either a booth or like one block for a tent.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, you know, at the conventions, things are a lot more expensive.
Right.
And I don't know. Like, I feel like the fair is the stuff that works best for us.
Yeah, I think that things like the pens might go over well at Comic-Cons, or like specifically the fandom stuff that I do. And maybe that's what we do going forward. Like, I target it for the fandom stuff, because the Renaissance fairs really feel like the target audience. Like,
I felt more at home there than anywhere else.
Same.
Not that I have anything against our conventions or anything like that, but the fairs, I mean, we're fantasy branded. So.
Yeah, we're fair people. It was there's a lot of crossover with conventions, but then at conventions you also have like the super fans of like very niche genres, and we're fantasy people, but like we dabble in other things, but it's not a
we do dabble.
And I also really like the outdoors and just the nature of it all, and the turkey legs. Let's not forget the turkey legs.
Oh, what did we have? We had the pork nachos or whatever.
Oh, that was so good. It was a pulled pork nacho thing. Oh my god.
Did we do that 2 days in a row?
I think so. It was so good. We had it twice.
There's something that you don't have on here that I do want to mention, and that's the Illumidoodles.
Right. So another thing I'm going to be adding to the list is fun fact, I focused on medieval studies when I was in college. Was going to be a medieval professor, but too much work. Don't want to learn Latin.
Plus, you tested terribly.
Plus, I tested terribly. I'm not good at standardized testing. For a scholarship, obviously. I could. It was passable. It wasn't, I'll give you a free ride-able. Anywho, let's not dwell on the...
You are terrible at testing. You are so awful.
You're so mean to me. Anyway, I'm going to take medieval illuminate. He's slapping his hands as if you could. How dare you? I'm gonna take medieval pictures, like illuminations, and I'm going to make like nerdy versions of things that could have been in a medieval manuscript. Like, I want to do a TARDIS in like the sacred kind of like format that they have with like the gold leafing and everything. I think that'll be a lot of fun, and then I could sell those prints.
Squeaky tantrum. What other stuff have we introduced?
Well, definitely the
wands are the big one, obviously.
Yeah. Did you do the ornaments? Did you get that picture, or did I not include it?
The pictures of
the mini wands. There was like mini wand ornaments somewhere.
I'm thinking you didn't send them to me.
I might not have sent it. Anyway, I'll be doing like Christmas ornaments probably. I think that'll be part of the sales as well. Let's see.
I'm trying to think of like all the domains that I've purchased for you over the years. I don't think we have a Bosom Buddies one.
No,
but I think we need to get a Bosom Buddies one.
Yep, I'm really excited about all of this stuff, and I'm looking forward to crafting more things. I know some other things I want to add are brooms, staffs, squeaky dogs, wand holsters. I want to do those. I think they'll pair well with what we're offering. Wand stands, if I can. And then I definitely want to do... I have a wood burning kit. I think I want to get more into the wood burning, but if the needle felting is any indicator...
You'll be doing some Rhianna burning?
Yeah, I'm gonna lose some fingers.
Don't be like your grandfather.
What did my grandpa?
Burn.
Oh, yeah. He did that. he burnt the house down. Poor Pop.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, do you have any last minute stuff before
Any last words?
Any last words before I again?
Yeah, before you clap. Do you want chalky milk?
I do want a chalky milk.
Alright, well that's the last thing I had to say.
But not really, because I already had milk.
Oh, that's disappointing. I want chalky milk.
Alright, let's go to our show closing page. So folks, on the screen right now, you should see all the places that you can find Tellest out there on the internet. This is mostly Tellest stuff. You don't have any... The websites that we have for you don't actually go anywhere yet. Except for Weird Witch Wands. We need to make sites for Gem-Belly Dragons and Ligomorphs and stuff like that.
I'll be expanding the online presence for all of this stuff as well, so... Yeah.
Well, you can go to tellest.com. That'll bring you to all the projects that we're working on. We also have a couple of premium sites that you can find the maps that Rhianna was talking about. You can go to patreon.com/Tellest, tellest.etsy.com, or battlemapfantasy.com. If you want to see some of the stuff that Rhianna does on her TikTok channel, you can go to tiktok.com/@weirdwitchwands. If you want to see our squeaky dog, you can go find her on tiktok.com/@talesoftellest. And then we've got two places that you can check out our videos online, youtube.com/@worldoftellest. But if you want to see us live, like today, you can check us out on twitch.tv/thattellestguy. That's going to wrap us up for tonight, but thank you for joining us. We'll miss you.
Do it again. Do it again. We'll miss you. Take it. Wasn't ready.